Okay, geometry, let's finish up page 4 and 5 of section 7.4, day 2. We are right down here at finding the area of this kite. It is a kite, so we do have perpendicular diagonals here. We know that the area of a kite is 1/2 diagonal 1 times diagonal 2. And when we look at this picture, we have no measurements in here except this side right there. So we'll need to find the other measurements. What we can do is look at this right triangle right here. That is a 30, 60, 90 right triangle with this 12 being on the hypotenuse. This short leg right here then has to be that 12 divided by 2, or 6. And this long leg here, 6 times square root 3. Okay, we also know that this is a 45, 45, 90 triangle over here. So if that leg is 6, then this leg is 6. And we know that this diagonal in a kite got bisected. So that's also 6. When we plug in then 1/2, one of the diagonals is 12. The other diagonal is 6 plus this piece 6 square root 3. And we will have 1/2 of 12 is 6 times 6 plus 6 square root 3. And then distributing that 6 through, that's 36 plus 36 square root 3. We do have units here. Put that whole answer in parentheses and then inches squared. All right, looking at this last page, page 5, we are to find the area of the quadrilateral with vertices 3, 4, 6, 5, 5, 2, and 2, 1. So let's plot that quadrilateral first. Let's see, 3, 4, 3, 4, there's L. I is at 6, 5, 6, 5. F is at 5, 2. And E is at 2, 1. Drawing that quadrilateral in. And we look at this figure. To figure out what that is, one of the things you probably noticed when you were lining this out is this piece right here. To get from here to here, we went up 1 box and over 1, 2, 3. This one, down 3, over 1. This one, 1 and a 3, 3 and a 1. So going from one point to the next, we still had to cover the same distance. Always one of the directions 1 box and the other direction 3 boxes. So this tells us that all 4 sides are congruent. We have a rhombus. And we have 2 formulas to use for a rhombus. We could use 1/2 diagonal 1 times diagonal 2, or we could use area equals base times height. Now because of the I think I was off the screen. I'm so sorry. Let me come back over here. Because of the arrangement of this rhombus, we don't have a base that's running either horizontally or vertically. So I think we should avoid this one and use the diagonal 1 times diagonal 2. Let's draw in those diagonals and see if we can see how long those are to begin with. Nope, that one's not running horizontally or vertically. That one's not running horizontally or vertically. So in order to find those diagonals, we are going to have to use the distance formula. And the distance formula is big square root x sub 1 minus x sub 2 squared minus, plus y sub 1 minus y sub 2 squared. So our two diagonals, one of them is LF, and the other diagonal is IE. I forgot to label this point down here as E. IE. So let's go through and find the length of each of these. LF, distance, length of that segment. Let's subtract the x's. So we'll have 3 minus 5 squared plus, subtract the y's, 4 minus 2 squared. And we can simplify then. This is the square root of negative 2 squared plus the 2 squared. Square root 4 plus 4, square root 8, which it's been a while since we've done radicals, but that's a square root 4, square root 2, which is 2 square root 2. IE. IE, this one, again, same idea. Subtract the x's, 6 minus 2 squared plus, subtract the y's, 5 minus a 1 squared. 6 minus 2, 4 squared plus another 4 squared. 16 plus 16, square root 32. That is square root 16 times square root 2, which is 4 square root 2. And we are not done because we're to find the area of this quadrilateral, and we decided we had to use this formula. So let's come all the way down here to the bottom and answer this question. The area is 1/2 diagonal 1 times diagonal 2. 1/2. One of the diagonals is 2 square root 2, and the other diagonal was 4 square root 2. If we multiply all the non-radicals, we have 1/2 times 2, that's 1, times 4, 4. And then multiply the radical part, square root 2 times square root 2, that's 2, 8. That's the final answer, the area. Thank you very much for tuning in. Please do section 7.4, day 2 homework.